Welcome back. A pro-Trump organization now has filed a complaint with the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, alleging dozens of ex-intelligence officials strategically worked to discredit the Hunter Biden laptop story as Russian disinformation ahead of the 2020 election. This complaint alleges that campaign officials failed to file required paperwork that would have revealed ties between officials and campaign staff. Let's bring in Miranda Devine. She's a columnist for the New York Post, also a Fox News contributor. Miranda, this is a story that sort of becomes more complicated every time we talk about it. But what's going on here is this is a political battle that has been fought largely in the media. It seems like the America First legal organization, run by Stephen Miller, has now taken moves to bring this political argument into the sort of legal or regulatory sphere. What do you make of it?
Yeah, that's right, Gillian, and I think the next step will be to go to court to sue these people. But in the meantime, the FEC has this complaint and there's new information that has been added to the complaint from Mike Morell, a former acting CIA director, who's testified to Congress that he wrote that letter and circulated it on the behest of the Biden campaign, who also helped with the media strategy for releasing it. So Mike Morell, who thought that he was going to be Biden's CIA director, gets a call from Antony Blinken, who was then a senior advisor with the Biden campaign, now, of course, the Secretary of State, and he prompted Morell to write this letter, which was a dishonest letter smearing the New York Post, pretending that the story we'd written about the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. These 51 former intelligence officials have never been held to account, so let's hope that this is the beginning of it.
Miranda, I wanted two things here for you to take a look at and get your response to. Number one, take a listen to the now Secretary of State. He spoke to Fox News a few months ago and on the record denied having any involvement in any of this. Take a listen.
One of the great benefits of this job is that I don't do politics and don't engage in it. But with regard to that letter, I didn't, wasn't my idea, didn't ask for it, didn't solicit it, and I think the testimony that the former Deputy Director of the CIA, Mike Morell, put forward confirms that.
Now, Miranda, take a look at this. This from the complaint itself reads, the evidence suggests the respondents failed to disclose coordinated expenditures constituting in-kind donations with respect to the infamous letter of 51 former intelligence officials claiming that the Hunter Biden laptop story had, quote, all the classic earmarks of Russian disinformation. How do you square these two sides of the story?
Well, Antony Blinken's been completely disingenuous. You know from Mike Morell's testimony and also emails between him and the various other signatories that the Biden campaign was intimately involved. Not only did Mike Morell say that it hadn't occurred to him to write the letter until he got a call from Antony Blinken shortly after our story was published, and of course our story caused great consternation inside the Biden campaign. And Mike Morell said that he only thought of the idea after that phone call and after Antony Blinken sent him a story from USA Today claiming without any evidence on anonymous sources that our story was Russian disinformation. So therefore, Mike Morell sets about writing this dishonest letter. And then, of course, when it came time to seeding that letter into the media so that Joe Biden had a talking point when he came up against Donald Trump at the final debate, that was also coordinated by the Biden campaign. And afterwards, there are emails to Mike Morell from the Biden campaign, including from Steve Ricchetti, who was then the Biden campaign boss, congratulating him for writing the letter. And Mike Morell specifically says that he wrote the letter to help Joe Biden win the election.
All right, Miranda, we got to leave it there. Thanks for taking time with us.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.